Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back once again. First of all, my usual disclaimer, please, this video is strictly for educational purposes. Do not go searching out anybody that I talk about in this video. Don't send them any form of hate comments, threats, or violence. This channel does not support any of that. So before we get into today's video, like my outfit, I know is giving African auntie because it is very necessary for what we're about to talk about today. Okay, you guys already saw it in the title, and yes, there was this video made by my Ugandan sister, and she had something quite surprising to say. Let's just go right ahead and hear what she had to say.
Do you know we have a restaurant in Uganda, in Kwalolo, that does not allow blacks in unless you have someone who is white with you? Let's go. I am looking for a certain restaurant. I wanted to review it. Then later on I was like,
So I went through her page, and apparently she does reviews for different restaurants, and she's a Ugandan. Okay,
I see a Chinese restaurant. I was like, let me try out Chinese food. I taken long. I indicate, and the askari tells me, oh, he's very sorry. We are very sorry. We don't allow blacks in. At first I was like, it's a joke or something. So
I'm telling you, if this were to happen to me, I go to a restaurant in my home country in Nigeria and they say we don't allow blacks. I don't even know what my first reaction would be.
it's a joke or something. So I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, if you're black and you want to come in, you have to be with someone who is Chinese or white.
The effrontery. How do they even shape their mouth to say it, to tell someone in your home country that you can't be allowed in because of the color of your skin, and you are a visitor in my country? Like, hey, Chideke, this whole thing got me so outraged. I'm like, what? I even want to know who was telling them. Was it a black person telling them this? Maybe a security man, or was it a Chinese person? Someone please answer me. Like, who? If you're a black man telling your other black people that, how you have to feel very silly, and you have to be brainwashed and delusional to do that. Okay, let me just continue.
I was like, what do you exactly mean? Blacks are not allowed in. You guys, you should have seen my face. I could not believe it. I asked him, how come you work for them?
Okay, so obviously that's a black person. Good question. How come you work for them? Like, are you okay with this thing they are doing? How much are they paying you to do this to your own people? I just want to know.
And he was like, that's how it is. Those are the rules. You people, I was in shock, pissed, disgusted, everything. How did we get here? I don't know if you guys understand how it sounds. Blacks are not allowed in. You have to be with a Chinese person, or you have to be white, or you have to be dating.
So excuse me, if it's Chinese and they want to keep it all Chinese, why are they allowing white people? Why are they allowing palm color people? Make it make sense. So it's not really about you keeping it indigenous. It's about you excluding black people. If you don't want black people's money, or you feel we're so disgusting or unworthy of coming into your restaurant, why build a restaurant in our country?
A Chinese human being to be allowed in Uganda, off Wampeo Avenue, there's a restaurant. I wanted to film it and all that, but then I was like, what if they fire the askari and all that? So at the end of the day, I don't know, you guys, I'm outside, so forgive me, I'm having lunch because my dog wants to eat everything that I eat. So how did we get here? How is it even possible? In 2024, people don't allow blacks in. You have to be like, how bad is it?
I mean, it would have been bad enough if it was happening in their own country. But for them to have the effrontery to bring it all the way here, why are people so comfortable shitting on black people? Can you try this in any other ethnicity, any other race? Can you try it? Can you?
I don't know whether you guys know how bad it sounds or how bad it is in 2024 to have a restaurant in Africa and blacks are not allowed in. I am still mad. So I have decided that my food, that restaurant, Thunder will fire you.
Of course, that's the typical African response to send thunder or lightning or the ancestors or the gods. God will judge you for things that we can probably do something about. Okay, so in the comment section, people said they know the restaurant. They were even putting the name in the comment section, and then some people were also like, "She's lying. She's looking for clout. If not, why can't she call the name of the restaurant?" And then she responded to that comment and made a follow-up video. Let's just hear what she had to say.
Okay, please stop being mad at me because I did mention the name of the restaurant. If you stay in Uganda, if you're Ugandan, I am very sure you know how the system works. I am not someone's daughter, guys. I'm not a minister's daughter. I'm not.
Whew, I really weep for Africa. You know, in a lot of African countries, there's this fear of speaking up against oppression, against corruption, against leaders who are dictators and things like that. There's a fear, and for good reason. You know, they do and undo, if you know what I mean. Nobody wants to be a martyr. I can understand that, but still, how much do our people just have to keep taking and taking because we are scared to speak up? And I've heard that in Uganda, it's actually bad because you can't just speak anyhow, speak out of turn. You can't just say something that will get their eyes on you over there, especially when you don't come from an influential background. You don't have someone that will speak up for you. You're just a regular person. You have to tread carefully. So that explains what she's doing. But it just still makes me weep for the state of Africa because it is not just Uganda. A lot of African countries, people are suffering and smiling. You're suffering, but you cannot talk about it. You can't do anything about it because you're scared of what the repercussions may be. I mean, in Nigeria here, we had a protest at some point against bad governance and all of that. And they they arrested some people for protesting, peaceful protests, okay? They had oh my god. They had some people who came out to protest against us protesting. Those ones that came out, they said that we should not protest. Obviously, their palms had probably been watered or something. So I'm just trying to let you guys know how deep it is and how silenced our people are. And it makes me sad because I wish we could speak up. If there was more accountability or more brave people, maybe Africa will not be in the state it is. But I cannot also blame people. I cannot tell anybody to put their life on the line and become a martyr for a country that you don't know if you even die for. You don't know if things will change. But something has to give. I think eventually a day is going to come where people will get tired of being silent, of being scared, of suffering, and then maybe that's when a revolution will start. I do not know. But from what she's saying, you can see that this sister doesn't want to name names so that she doesn't get the negative attention on her because she's not ready to be a martyr. I don't, that's just the situation out here.
Anybody's daughter. I am from a very, very humble family, so please, I'm not immune to the drones. I'm not immune to Ruzira, and lawsuits are real. Please go on Twitter and see. People have been there. People have talked about it, and nothing has been done. So what makes you think in this era of 2024?
So apparently, this is something that has been happening for a while. It has been existing for a while. People are saying something and nothing is being done.
24, where lawsuits in this industry, and when I say industry, I mean the digital marketing industry, where lawsuits swing like. So guys, I'm very, very sorry. I won't mention the name. First of all, it's in Chinese. It's written in Chinese. I can't write Chinese. I can't mention Chinese. So I am sorry for those who are mad, but stop being mad at me. It happened to me too. Okay? Imagine me who faced it. So stop being mad at me. I am so mad. I'm still mad. My friends were mad, like mad. But there's nothing we can do. It's the system. And I'm not going to sacrifice myself for the system. Hell no.
Who's going to be the scapegoat? Who's going to be the martyr? Who's going to be the voice? You know how many voices have been silenced? You know, it's sad though. It's sad. Let's just play some of the reactions.
My dear Ugandan people, waiting at the hear so, waiting at the hear so, waiting at the see for social media, waiting at the see for internet, say, you get Chinese restaurant, where no they allow Ugandans, may they can't eat for their restaurant.
This is obviously in Nigerian and he's speaking Nigerian pidgin English. I'll just be putting the translation of what he's saying.
No be say Ugandans want go steal for that restaurant. Wanna go buy food, pay with your own money. But these people say no, they don't want your money. They don't want to see you. As long as your skin color looks like this, they don't want to see you. They not go allow you cross their gate. Is there really men with balls in Uganda? By now, I'm supposed to be seeing flames. I'm supposed to be seeing smoke all around that restaurant, bro. Like, I'm supposed to be seeing real smoke. You know, no call police. So they call police for this kind of matter. When I see how we treat our own folk off for Nigeria, we don't call police. Now police find their way come. You understand? Because we want to beat everywhere. You understand? We want to beat everywhere. We don't go come from our own land, our own country. Can't they treat us like strangers? Yeah, you know, if you happen maybe during our forefathers' days, you know, be now we different. This our generation, you know, they take nonsense. You understand? I'm supposed to be seeing news to say the restaurant no they function again. I waiting I want see no be nothing else. Like this thing I want here. What the fuck? Can you imagine? Even in China itself, you can hardly find a restaurant where no they allow black people to enter. Talk more of coming to Africa to they don't fit do that nonsense for China. Now Africa they want come. What the fuck? Chinese what? yeah. Oh, Africa, they don't see us finish you. But no be their fault, Sha. No be their fault. Now our leaders, not their fault. Now then they sell us, so they go see us finish. You know what I mean? But then again, I want to see that restaurant on flames, bro. Nothing when I want to. I want to see that restaurant stop functioning. You understand? And they keep it that. Also, they're mad.
News resources show that there is a girl in Uganda talking about the bad experience she got in one restaurant in Kampala that forbids blacks from entering. So many criticisms have arose against this restaurant, and people were like, why is it then in Uganda and blacks are not allowed to enter? I would also be part of the people who criticize that restaurant or hotel as well. But there is one reason why I don't really criticize it more, and that is number one. There's some dishes, I believe, that are not favorable for everybody in our communities. Like, for example, let's say in Uganda, there's some food taboos that really we detest, but Chinese do like those dishes. I heard in this restaurant, they allow Chinese, and if not, you must come with a Chinese to that restaurant. Maybe they allow this because they believe you might have some knowledge of the restaurant through the Chinese personnel you come with to that restaurant. Many people might think the restaurant is so segregative, but actually, since
you know this commentary is irritating my spirit, like, and it goes to even show why they treat African people worse than even other groups of our African diaspora, because our people have been so the level of self-hate. Do you know we even look at these Asian people, Indians, Chinese people, we treat them as good as palm color people. We already know that we treat palm color people like demigods over here in Africa. And right after that, Asians and Indians, we treat them the same. People that their countries, some of their countries are not even as good as ours. Some of us are even living better than them. We just automatically have an inferiority complex with these people. Look at what this man is saying. that because of the diet, they eat some certain things that are taboo to Ugandans. So that's why they don't admit. Really? Seriously? And I saw a lot of those comments in the comment section that as a Ugandan, what are you going there to look for, child? Why do you want to eat Chinese food? You know some of their foods are not palatable for us. Some said they don't blame the restaurant, that every business has a right of admittance. Or what if it's a members only kind of club thing? Why do you want to go there? By black Ugandan people. Oh my. I think some of our, maybe because we are in, predominantly black countries, some of us don't even recognize racism when we see it. Or we are just nonchalant about it. We don't care. Look at our people making excuses for this kind of discrimination in their own, on your own father's land. You're even making excuses. Is it not better you keep your mouth shut?
It's a restaurant. Someone can choose to eat from anywhere else. They don't stop you from eating at any other place. Why do you actually choose to eat from that place where they don't allow Africans? There's so many places to eat from, guys. Let's try to understand the reason why these people could forbid Africans from entering this restaurant. Otherwise, who will refuse money? No one. I believe there must be a reason behind. And I don't think it's just racism. Because if it was racism, then why would the restaurant be in Uganda? Actually, no reason. Black Korean UG, Black Media TV. Thanks for watching. Have a nice time.
And you're even smiling.
Uganda people, I heard there is a restaurant in Uganda that doesn't allow Ugandans to get in. A Chinese restaurant in Uganda that say no to Uganda people. They don't want Ugandans inside the restaurants. They don't want any black person from Uganda inside the restaurant. It seems like these Chinese people, they end up being worse than white people. This is same thing that happened to Nigeria. It's a Chinese shop or shopping center, I don't know. Now, same thing is happening in Uganda.
Apparently, there was a shopping mall in Nigeria. Hey, that they said no blacks allowed. Trust Nigerians. It doesn't exist anymore, that place. They took action.
In Uganda, you open a restaurant in a country and you stop the people in that country from getting into the restaurant. My God. This thing don't dey plenty for Africa, eh? Chinese people, you guys should be very careful. And my Uganda people, what are you guys doing now? How can you guys allow the restaurant in your country that doesn't allow you people to get in? You're gonna do something, eh, Uganda people? Now this is life, not joke. I did a video about a Chinese restaurant in Uganda in a place called Kololo, and the name of the restaurant is Fugazi or something. Some Ugandans come under the video to comment something like, oh, they are not stressing anyone, we don't eat dogs and we don't eat snakes, so they should just let them be. What are Ugandans even going there to do? And this is the problem with some of us Africans. We don't even understand the impact of discrimination and racism. We don't even know racism come in different forms. You ever sit and think an African will go to China, even if they're millionaires, they will open a restaurant and say they don't want Chinese people in that restaurant?
Try it as an African and see if they will not deport you or they will not close down your business. How dare you?
That restaurant is selling fufu, choma, matoke that they don't eat. You think the Chinese government will allow you to tell their own people to get into that restaurant? Why is it always us? And some of us will still come and still back this.
Why is it always us? That is the question. He hit the nail on the head. Why is it always black people? Why is everybody comfortable shitting on black people? Even in our own countries. What image of ourselves are we putting out there? You can come to our country and restrict us on where to go and where not to go, and nothing will happen.
These people still say, oh, what do you go there to? Do you eat this? Do you eat that? It's a shame in 2024. Some of you guys think like that. You might be disgraced. I think it's a life, not joke.
Do you know we have a restaurant in Uganda, in Kololo, that does not allow blacks?
I came across this video on my FYP. I was completely in shock. I think we need to discuss this because I think it happens more often than we think, or more often than we know about. We really need to bring awareness to foreigners and whoever's coming to Uganda, either to live, to invest, to start a business. Having respect for the country and for the people is so important. Coming to Uganda, you're starting a business, you're profiting off of the resources, the people, yet you're still being racist. I don't understand. I hope this news gets pushed to the right people so that this restaurant can suffer some consequences. Because honestly, how do you open a restaurant in Uganda and you only allow a certain kind of people to come into the restaurant? That's completely wrong and should not be allowed. One of the best outcomes would be that this restaurant either gets shut down, heavily fined. They need to issue a public apology to this creator and anyone else who they've discriminated against. It's very unacceptable, honestly. Like, you should not be opening restaurants in Uganda or Africa or wherever if you don't want the locals to come and visit. It just doesn't make sense
at all. I want to know what you guys think about this video and everything that has been said. Please drop your comment in the comment section. Let's have a conversation. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.